Hello, welcome to EZ Eatery. My name is Angela, and today I'm going to share with you 5 ingredients or less little treats that you can take to your friends or family's houses or just snack on for yourself. I mean, that's what I'm doing. Anyway, you can put these in a little tin if you're going to go deliver them someplace, and look how pretty that is. They have these tins all over the place. This is really easy to do. Let's do it. All you need for this one is some peanut butter and some frosting, and that is it. So I chose the chocolate frosting because I wanted it to taste a little more like a Reese's peanut butter cup, which it totally does. Just make sure that you don't have any foil on anything. Pop it in the microwave for 1 minute, and then you take the peanut butter out. Then you're going to put the frosting in for 1 minute, and you were literally just going to dump everything into a bowl. Yep, I'm going to make sure I get every last little bit. Then we're just going to mix it all together. I lined my 9 by 9 inch baking dish with some parchment paper, and I'm just going to pour it in there. We're going to put it in the refrigerator for about an hour or so until it sets up. And literally 1 hour later, this is exactly what it's going to look like. I'm going to cut into it so that you can see how beautiful it is on the inside. I'm telling you, nobody would know that this only took about an hour. I mean, okay, an hour and 2 minutes. So it's just, this just amazes me. This is like so creamy and so delicious. Let me show you what it looks like right here. Look at that. Oh my goodness, look at that yumminess. So I'm going to take a bite, of course, and I have to tell you, this is delicious. Coming up next, we have some chocolate-covered peanuts. Again, this is only 2 ingredients, peanuts and chocolate chips. That's it. So we're going to take our chocolate chips and we're just going to measure out about 2 cups. So we're going to go ahead and put those in the microwave in 30-second increments and stir it up in between, just to make sure that it gets all nice and melty, just like this. This is exactly what we want it to look like. And we're literally just going to dump as many peanuts in there as you want. You can use cashews, you can use anything you'd like. I mean, I'm just making this like so super simple. So we're just going to go ahead and mix that all together. So I just lined my baking sheet with some parchment paper, and I'm just going to put a little dollop on there, and we're going to go ahead and put that in the refrigerator for at least a half hour, just until the chocolate gets nice and chilled out. And I'm telling you, this tastes like one of those like goobers. Remember those? I think they're called goobers. So that is it. These are so yummy. Oh my goodness. So up next, we have some mint truffles. This one we want some chocolate chips, some sprinkles, some cream cheese, and some mint Oreos. These are so good, you guys. Oh my goodness. I love these cookies anyway, but we're just going to add to it like, oh my gosh. So anyway, we're just going to take those cookies and we're going to put them in a food processor or a blender, or you can put them in a Ziploc bag and just beat them up. So we're just going to go ahead and pulse that a couple of times. It doesn't take much at all in the food processor. And then we're going to, you want it to look just like this. So then we're going to add our cream cheese to it, and we're just going to mix that up again. After just a few seconds, it's going to look just like this. So we're going to take some parchment lined baking sheets, and I'm just recycling the parchment that I used for the chocolate covered peanuts, and just gonna go ahead and put those. I just took a melon ball, but you can use whatever you want to. I mean, they don't really hold their form all that well, not yet anyway. So we're just gonna put those down and just make little balls. Alrighty, we were able to get quite a few in there. So we're gonna go put those in the refrigerator for about an hour. An hour later, we're gonna start making our dipping sauce. So that is literally just chocolate chips. You can add some shortening in there if you want to make it more creamy, or you can add a little bit of vegetable oil. I'm just gonna throw it in there for, in 30-second increments. It took me about a minute and a half to get it to this consistency. So, okay, now we're just gonna take our little balls. They've been in the refrigerator now for about an hour, right? So we're just gonna take those, and then we're just going to kind of form those into like better looking little balls, I guess. And we're just gonna drop it in there, grab a fork, and we're just kind of roll it around in there a little bit. And then we'll take it out and we'll put it right back onto the parchment paper because we need to let it cool down one more time. Now, since there's so many of them, I went ahead and put my sprinkles on. Like I just did a row, and then I did a row with the sprinkles on there, and then went back and just redid them all. So this is what they're gonna look like after my decorations on there. Just put like various different little sprinkles and stuff on there. And I put them in there for about an hour or so, and this is what they look like, you guys. These are so good. I love this one. So coming up next is our Reese. For the Reese, I'm using some frosted flakes, some green dye, some miniature marshmallows, and some little mini M&Ms, and some butter. So I melted down my butter, so I'm going to add some marshmallows to it and just get that all mixed up together until it's just all well combined. Now that our marshmallows are all nice and melted down, I'm going to grab some green food dye and just go ahead and mix that all together. Just put a couple drops in there. I don't know, I probably put maybe 10 in there to get it to this color. Okay, let's go ahead and add in our frosted flakes. You can use anything you'd like. You can use Rice Krispies if you'd like. You can use corn flakes. I mean, it's totally up to you. I wanted frosted flakes this time, and I have to tell you, these are so yummy. Now that that's all mixed up, I'm going to go ahead and make a little ball. Make sure you grease your hands, you guys, because these are really, really sticky. So, and I'm just going to poke a little hole in there and just try and, make it look like a wreath. So, kind of like a rustic looking little wreath with the frosted flakes is what I'm using, but you can use corn flakes like I said too. So it kind of looks rustic looking. Then we'll just take our little M&Ms and we'll just put some little, so it looks like little berries on there. And they're done, you guys. These are completely done. You just let them chill out there. That's it. So these are so good. I mean, I was like taking bites as I was making them myself. Coming up next, we're going to make this really easy peppermint bark. Another 2-ingredient treat. This is just almond bark and some candy canes. That is it. I'm going to use the food processor to go ahead and chop up all of those candy canes into little itty bitty teeny tiny pieces. So just going to crush them. You can use your blender again, or you can put them in a Ziploc baggie and just take your mallet or something, or hammer, and beat them up. So it's totally up to you. This is just handy for me. So this is what you want them to look like. So I'm just using half of my almond bark. I'm just going to break it up and put it into a microwave safe container and add in a little bit of my crushed up candy canes. And again, we're just going to put that into the microwave at 30-second intervals until it's nice and creamy. So I lined one of my plates with some parchment paper. Now, I would highly recommend using it on a baking sheet because it's flat. Now, my plate is kind of curved a little bit, so it kind of bowled in there, and it made it kind of thick in some areas. So, like in the center, it was kind of thick. And then I just topped it with some more of the candy cane, and I put it in the refrigerator for about a half an hour. It didn't take very long at all to set up. And you guys, this is so good. So let me show you. So after a half an hour, this is what it's going to look like. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did take a hammer and break it because, like I said, it was a little too thick in the middle there. So after the initial break, it came apart a lot easier. However, you can still see I'm struggling with it, but it doesn't matter. I mean, this stuff is delicious. Oh my God, I love this. So anyway, gonna put it on a nice little pretty plate, and it is ready to be consumed. And that is it. We did 5 easy little treats, and 5 ingredients are under. Didn't take us very much time at all. And you guys, these are so delicious. Nobody would ever know that you didn't waste a whole bunch of time like standing over a stove or baking or whatever. I mean, these are pretty simple to do. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and please give the video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye now. And of course, happy holidays!